Hello guys and welcome back to another video. It's Dr. Nasser here, and today we're looking at a beautiful cross section of an esophagus. The esophagus is a muscular tube that carries food from the pharynx to the stomach, and its histology reflects the transport function. When examining the esophagus microscopically, the key is to identify its layered organization. The innermost layer of the esophagus is the mucosa. The mucosa is laid by stratified squamous epithelium, which provides protection against abrasion as the food passes through. Importantly, this epithelium is non-keratinized, unlike the skin. The surface cells are flattened, while the deeper cells closer to the basement membrane appear more cuboidal or columnar. Just beneath the mucosa is a thin layer of smooth muscle called the Muscularis mucosae. This layer helps produce small movements of the mucosal surface. You can identify it because it lies between the mucosa and the submucosa. Just below the Muscularis mucosae is the submucosa. This layer consists mainly of connective tissue, which includes collagen fibers, fibroblasts, blood vessels, and sometimes small amounts of fat. The submucosa provides structural support and contains the vessels and nerves that supply the mucosa. Outside the submucosa lies the Muscularis externa, responsible for moving food through the esophagus via peristalsis. This layer typically contains two muscle layers, an inner circular layer and an outer longitudinal layer. An important feature of the esophagus is the type of muscle changes along its length. In the upper esophagus, skeletal muscle is present. In the middle portion, skeletal and smooth muscle may be mixed, and in the lower esophagus, the muscle entirely becomes smooth muscle. Because of this transition, the esophagus is one of the few places where you can sometimes see skeletal and smooth muscle fibers together in the same section. The outermost layer of the esophagus is usually the Adventitia. Unlike many parts of the GI tract, most of the esophagus is not covered by peritoneum. Instead, it is surrounded by loose connective tissue, which anchors the esophagus to the surrounding tissues. Within this layer, you may also see small blood vessels, connective tissue fibers, and occasional fat cells. So in summary, to identify the esophagus histologically, look for these key features: a stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium, a muscularis mucosa beneath the mucosa, a connective tissue submucosa, a muscularis externa with circular and longitudinal muscle layers, possible mixture of skeletal and smooth muscle, and finally an outer adventitia. Together, these structures form the classic layered appearance of the esophagus. And that's it, guys. That's the classic histological structure of the esophagus, a muscular tube designed to move food efficiently from the mouth to the stomach. Any comments, please leave it below, and let's move on to the next slide.